What's going on, everybody? It's J Pixel coming at you, and I got a really good one for you. Let me move my microphone real quick. You can see that it's in the way. As you can see, I got a steering wheel right here, and this steering wheel is the one I got up on the screen. It's a Thrustmaster Ferrari 458 or 458 Spider racing wheel. Now I got this for my son a couple years back. He wanted to do some racing games. He's really into Need for Speed. He likes Heat, and any Need for Speed, the new one's probably gonna like when we finally get that one. But as you can see, this says Xbox Series XS and 1. Now normally when you see that, you could almost assume anything that works on Xbox would work on Windows, right? Because it's both Microsoft. And if it works on a Microsoft platform, it should work on Windows. But for some reason, it doesn't. This Thrustmaster doesn't. There's not any drivers. It even says, if you go to their website, it says, there's no drivers for this. It doesn't work. Too bad. It's so sad. And when I bought it, I was assuming that I could use it on the Xbox, which we have both, Xbox and PC. And I was like, hey, you can swing back and forth, you know, use it on both. But no. It's funny because the PS4 5 version of this, you can play it on the PC. So now that it isn't entirely true you can't use this on the PC. If you're playing any Microsoft Store game, and that includes the Forza series, so it works in Forza. It will pop up in Forza, and you can see it, and it works just fine. So that is the only game. So I was playing on Forza. I was like, well, Forza's a fun game, so I can play it on that. But any of the Need for Speeds that my son wanted to play, no, it wasn't going to work. So I just happened to, like, you know, I'm like, this seems like a driver issue while I'm working on my arcade software. I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, there's got to be somebody who came up with some software somewhere to get this thing to work. And I've been doing search. I mean, this thing's been around for years. And the only thing I can see is people just talking about it on the Xbox and how it won't work and stuff like that. So I just randomly searched the other day, and lo and behold, I found something. So if you have one of these and you're like, it's just for Xbox, pull it out of the closet, because I got some cool stuff to show you. And you're going to like this. Now, I went over to, happened to go on a Linus Tech Tips forum, and they had somebody just talking. Somebody started a thread. I have a link in the description. I'll have links for all this. There's a couple things you're going to need to do. First of all, I would go through this forum. It's starting around page 2 is when people actually start getting this thing to work. There's a couple of tries at it that didn't do anything, but somebody came up with a driver for this, and it works. So, but there is a little hoop. You have to jump through, and I'm going to show you how to get through it. Now, where you got to download, I'm going to have a link to this. It's called Xbox Wheel Compatibility. So this is a little piece of software that has to be running at all times. So once you run this, it's going to pretty much make the wheel look like a Xbox controller. So it's basically converting this into an Xbox controller. And what it sees when you turn it like this and stuff like that is just like when you move the controller. So I'll show a couple of games. I think Grip is the only one that really had an issue. When I was going through a tunnel, I started doing this, and then all of a sudden I started going in a loop. You'll see it. I'll have some video footage of it. But other than that, I've gotten a lot of racing games and stuff. I'm gonna have some footage of a couple things I was playing around with, and you can reprogram these things and have a lot of fun with it. So what you want to do is you want to download this It's called the Wheel Compatibility Setup M.MSI. You need that one. Go ahead and download that, and then once you do that, now you're going to see a lot of people are having this issue. I had it too. It's halfway through it, you're getting a wheel compatibility service failed to start. Verify that you have significant privileges. Yeah, I was getting that, and it would get about this far, and then it would just stop about, and it only had like 15% to go or something like that, and then just stop. And so this seemed like a common issue. What it is you have to download .NET, but the right version. Everybody was, hey, try this, didn't work. So I'm going to show you, if you run into that issue when you go to install it, what you got to do. And there is a post about it here from this SN Moses. He kind of walks you right through it, but I'm gonna do it right now. Basically, .NET 6.0 desktop needs to be running, but to get it to do that, I'm going to show you. Hang on here. I have to find the right folder. All right. So what you want to do, get it over here because I got my stuff in the way, is, so this is the wheel compatibility setup. You want to get it, you want to unpack it. So when have 7-zip. If you don't know how to get 7-zip, look it up. You need 7-zip on here, extract files. All right, and then it's going to put it in a folder. So once you do that, you open that folder, and then from here, you're going to see the wheel compatibility service.exe. Now you click on that, and then you run as administrator. And so once you do that, you're going to get a message that says something that you must have. It should say something. You must have installed .NET desktop runtime to run this application. And then it said, would you like to download it? Hit yes. Hit yes on that. So once you do that, it's going to go to the right website and download the right version that you need. Do that. That is how you're going to get this to work. Once you get it working, plug in your and then, okay, once you get that installed, go back. Sorry, there's another step. You go back, and then you go back to the MSI version, and then you double click that, and then it will install. And then that should work. You know, it's from all the forums and stuff like that. That is the process to get that to work. Once you do that, you're gonna get a little window, and then you plug in your steering wheel in the USB, and all this is gonna say is this. Now to get that, I had the path open. Let me double check here. You're gonna have to run it, so you can type it down here, the wheel compatibility setup, and it should automatically run. But if you want to know where it is, let me see here. Wheel compatibility. So I had it open before. Let's look at the property, open file location. All right, so yeah, and then it's shortcuts, and let's see here, open file location. All right, so it is in whatever your PC. I have a C drive, program files, x86, wheel compatibility folder, and then the actual file is right there. That is the exact spot. If you can't find it, I recommend making a shortcut to that, and then you can get it going. This has to be running at all times for this to work, because again, I told you, it's translating this into a Xbox controller. Once you have it running and everything's installed, it should say this, wheel connected. Once you have that wheel connected, this thing is going to work on almost any program. Now, and then you can just minimize that, and that's it. That's all you got. So hope that helps you. This is big because this makes this work on a bunch of different games. Now, at the end of this video, I'm going to show you just a bunch of different ones. I had some emulators. I had that new Hot Wheels game. I had some Need for Speed. One other game that's really big is Burnout Paradise. You could never play Burnout Paradise with a steering wheel, and this makes it so you can. Let's see what I have. I don't have. Let me see here. Let me get the EA stuff up. So Burnout Paradise. So the only version that could ever use the steering wheel was the Xbox 360 version or the PS3 version. So this is a remastered version. This version there is no version that if you hook up a steering wheel, it's gonna work. This makes it so it works. I have video footage of that. So this changes the game on that game that you can actually use a steering wheel for Burnout Paradise. So, and this is the only way I know of that you can actually do that. So I was really excited about that. So check that out, and I'm gonna have some videos on the end of this, and enjoy. If you have any questions, go ahead and put it in the comments below. I'll do my best to help you out. But this is really exciting. If you got one of these, like I said, now you added new life to it, because now not only can you use it on an Xbox, now you can use it on your PC on basically any game. I guess some Rogue Squadron in there, and it doesn't work very well, but you can steer around with it and stuff like that. I'm just going to show you. Basically, like I said, grip was the only one I really had issues. Like, there's a part where you can go upside down, and then it kind of gets confused and stuff like that. Not the greatest. It takes a little bit to get used to, because there is a limit, and when you pull that, you see, so it's not registering. There's only a certain way of the sensitivity. So you can't really adjust that very much, but once you get used to it, you use your brake, and you can kind of you can get around corners, do some drifting and stuff like that. I was able to. It actually feels pretty good, and I was actually able to play most of these games quite well with this, and I'm really excited about that. So again, if you have any questions, come to the comments, leave them, and I'll get back to you. Again, I am Jake Pixel, and we will see you next time.
Overdrive. Choose your track. Frozen Tundra. Choose your boat. Rock Grills. The Joker's men are transporting nuclear equipment into the city.
I won't allow that, Commissioner.
Sir, if it's not too much trouble, I'll
see what I can do.
That's it. Good job.
Mission complete. Target removed. 2 remaining.
Autolog alert.
All units, be advised 1123, unit down. Check MDC for suspect details. 10-4, look at the unit vehicle description as soon as you can, over. Dispatch to all units in code 3. Supervisor is suspending search. Return to duty.